This is Tutu Signs at Aloha Food Forest. I'm going live, which is such a fun experience. I really tend to shy away from this, but I thought I would show you a bit of the food forest. This is in San Diego County. We have a chaparral, kind of a dry, um, it's not desert, but it's between the desert and the coast. And here is our little food forest. I think the most amazing thing about the whole food forest is this big oak tree that was here near the house when the house was built. And so this oak tree has been an anchor for the whole food forest. You can see it hangs down low. It's like inside the oak tree is a whole beautiful living space. And we have some swings here, in here. So the oak tree is really what this whole place is about. And she anchors all the other trees. So here's the old orange tree I've shown in many videos. I'm letting the growth happen on the bottom, on the trunk too, just to see what happens, to see if it will give it a little more strength. But this tree, this orange tree is beautiful. It makes gorgeous oranges. It's probably 60 years old. That's 6 decades. I believe it was planted in 1960. See, it still has a few oranges from the last big push that we had in spring, and there's new oranges coming on. And look at this big old ash tree that also supports the food forest with a big canopy. So shade, and under the shade of this one is this olive tree that is still doing so very well. This is interesting because this tree was cut down. Like if you look down in there, you can see a lot of small multiple trunks coming up like in bush form. So if it was ever a tree, it was probably cut all the way down and then grew back, and now it has all these multiple trunks. So it's doing great. It's really prolific here, and it's under the shade of this big ash tree. That's also probably very, very old. So here's the food forest. Eric's going out here to bring some water to the plants. So fun. The fennel bushes are so lovely. They take that shrub height. They fill it. They're taller than a man right now, but they're an annual. But of course they also multiply through the roots. And you can see the infinite abundance here. Like if one seed came here, look how many branches came out. And look how many leaves came out. And intersections, possibilities. How many seeds are coming from the top. So they're a perfect example of infinite abundance. And what's fun about them too, they were written about long ago as being good for your eyesight. and they taste like sweet black licorice. They're fun to chew on, and they're high. They're so feathery, they're easy to chew. They're sweet, and then they bring in a lot of nutrients from the soil because they put deep roots down into the soil. Oh, chewing on one. And then you can break these off. And they almost have a bamboo look. So they're very fun, capturing sunshine. Here's some wild lettuce. I don't even plant this at all. It just grows. Same with the fennel. Isn't that funny? These plants that I love are just growing. I don't even plant them. So fun. And of course the calendula, they're all over. Let's see. There's strawberries. This used to be a bigger strawberry patch, but we got a lot of heat one summer. But there's still some of it hanging on. Comfrey, onions. Loquat. Look at all the onions. This is a rather old garden already. It's about probably 8 years old. And then I just added this set of greenhouse frames right here along the side, which I'm excited about. I think they're very fun. They offer a lot of possibilities. And then we planted some beautiful beans. Beans from South America. Beans here, beans here. This is also a different type of vine. So we have lots of vining growth coming up through here, and some corn. And it's fun because just making this little tunnel caused me to plant all these plants along the sides. And even that is fun. It makes a little walkway. Oh yeah, there's a little pepper and a little pigeon pea, calendula, a little grape. The corn is fun. And these are potatoes. I thought we have a tomato in here. Oh yeah, back here. Tomato. Right there. So we'll see how that goes. Looks good. Another tomato. Bean. There's an avocado. And then we have grape here and grape here. Not too far away from my internet. But yeah, we have beans growing along here, tomatoes over there, lots of fun things. This is our original pioneer garden where it was very dry and very barren here. And we planted a lot of succulents right here because they can grow in the hottest conditions. Like these elephant food, you can leave them out in the hot sun and they don't even die for a long time. So because they're succulent. So we started this little area to become lush right here with succulents. And through the beauty of crop swap, we got a beautiful honeysuckle vine here. And through the amazingness of nature's own seed plantings, we got feverfew. It just showed up. The only reason I knew it was feverfew is because I was able to identify it on plant identification apps, which is so fun. Next generation pigeon peas coming along. Yeah. So it's beautiful. Those are the bananas right there that we planted in a lowered garden bed where we dug a trench, a few, like 2 feet deep trench. And behind that trench is a hugel culture, which was even like deeper. It was more like 3 feet deep. And we filled that with organic material like branches and vines and stuff. It used to be kind of a big mound right along here, but you could see it's settling. It's settling. But the bananas look really good in this position where they're in a lowered bed, and they even have the hugel culture right behind them to get even more moisture. So that's fun. Plus we're giving an evening cool off. Sometimes evening shower is very fun because certain bugs that might be eating the plants get disturbed when you sprinkle them with a bit of water in the late afternoon, and then they fly away and they go somewhere else. So I found that's kind of an effective method. Plus we like to cool down the yard to make it pleasant for humans and dogs and birds, and oh, the birds love it. Maybe I'll let you listen to the birds here. Yeah, so that was a quick tour of the food forest. I didn't want to keep you too long, and I was just going live for the first time, and I'm feeling brave about it. There's the old pecan tree, and there's an apricot in front of it, wild lettuce. And I wish you all a very beautiful evening and a wonderful day tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Aloha!